This trick to power your home for pennies has made energy companies furious. This simple trick could save you
What's up, everybody? Lummy Sports Show. Music is loud. We are back. Rhett?
Lummy?
Where's the dog? Where's our co-host?
He's eating food on the floor of the studio right now.
Just about as good as Brian, his appearances.
Yeah, officially made the thumbnail this week.
Did you switch it?
I did, yeah. Yeah, Scout's picture is up there. She's officially, I think we broke the news last week, but
yeah,
before
did.
Brian, so she is now the new third person on the show.
Nice. Try to fix this mic here. I know Anna was messing with it on Thursday. I think that's a lot better there. Listen to this royalty-free rock music. Hope everyone's having a good week. I know we've been off. Rhett's been coming in. He made a new Shador Sanders video that is on our YouTube
By
Twitter
request of the Sponge, yeah.
and Facebook. I watched it. It's really good. I like how you took the plays that pretty much look like what he was working with Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Kind of put it in there.
Working on that release, working on how he sets his feet. There was one touchdown he threw in particular where he's running to his left side, still finds time to set his feet, plant, and throw. I don't want to say this kid's next big thing.
But he's the next big thing.
He's the next big thing.
Now, did you watch that game?
I did, yeah. It was a lot of fun. I was texting you the whole time, and you were ignoring me.
I was working on the house. I was listening to it.
The guy who was pleading with me to watch some college football this weekend. I was texting you all the games I was watching, and I wasn't getting anything from you.
Well,
that Minnesota-Iowa game, that was crazy.
Well, so what I did is, so I could listen to it while I was working on the other house,
yeah,
I turned my ringtone off. So I wasn't getting alerts and everything, so I was listening to it. And then
turned your red alerts off.
Yeah, so I blocked you, for a little bit. I was like, God, maybe I shouldn't have asked this guy to watch college
Turns your
football.
phone, yeah. Jesus Christ.
Is
Maybe
it-
he's a little too into it.
Exactly. Jeez, that's how it's going to be every Saturday.
We are, I mean, not to let the cat out of the bag, but we are trying something a little new at the sports show this week.
813-90-BUBBA, 813-90-Bubba. What's that, Rhett?
I don't know if it's something we're going to consider every single week. Maybe it is. I don't know. But for our Rumble people, we are on Rumble.
Yes, we are.
Because we haven't had any live content go up on Rumble this week. We're kind of, I feel bad neglecting the 14 people watching us over on Rumble.
Yes,
you know
thank you for the 14 people.
The one thumbs up. And the one guy in chat named Lummy BTLS who says, hey.
Hey!
Thanks for watching, buddy.
Thanks, Lummy BTLS. I think I'm Lummy BTLS. Oh, there's Group Hair Lips.
I think YouTube is really where the sports show faithful hang out. But, you know, we've had the week off. We figured we'd give you another option.
And today, football is back, but there's also a exciting premiere for everybody to check out. It is the Past Packers podcast.
Yeah, there's a lot of football activity happening today, Lummy. We're probably going to talk about it over the next hour and a half or so. And then Bubba and Tony Mandarich will be talking to Sterling Sharp at noon. That's going to premiere live on our YouTube channel. So for the people who don't know what a premiere is, it's basically a regular video, but you have the ability to watch it live as it drops with everyone else for the first time. There's a live chat feature. You can see how many people are in there. It's kind of like a regular live stream. So I think I'm going to turn that premiere feature on because we've been doing that with the best ofs on YouTube, and I think people like it. I don't know if they do or not, but you know, people like chatting, so it gives you the opportunity to chat while also incentivizing you to watch the whole podcast because it is a pretty good one. Like, you know, Bubba talked about how Sterling Sharp was a little stiff on him, but he was able to steer it and make a pretty good interview out of it. I think it was really good.
And Sterling Sharp does not give a lot of interviews.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
So, I mean, that just makes it that much more premiere.
He's so humble that, like, he's kind of mean about it.
Yes, Rhett and I were here for a little bit of it. Rhett stayed a little bit longer than I did, but we were listening to it, and Rhett, I think, nailed that one right there. He comes across so humble that he comes across mean, or he's so humble that he comes across mean, like you said. That's why you're the man. And people keep asking about FanDuel. Yes, we are doing a FanDuel. I set up a league. So that link will always be there. I don't have to send out links, post new links. If you get in at week 1, it will just go the whole year. Now, I only am able, because of FanDuel's rules, to give 20 spots out. So be in there at the start. I believe it regenerates every Monday or Tuesday. So once football is done, just jump back in there, sign up for the following week, and will be in there, all 20. And if we keep selling out or filling up that 20, I will look into doing a second game, which along with the DraftKings too. Brad, are you going to do FanDuel this year?
Yeah, I'll pop in and out. Some weeks I will, some weeks I probably won't.
Whenever you're feeling lucky.
That's the beauty of FanDuel. You don't have to commit to every single week. If you're one of those guys that, you know, straps yourself thin in fantasy leagues, like if more than 3 leagues is more than you can keep up with, and there's always 1 or 2 that get put on the back burner, you know?
That's right.
And you'd hate to see that happen with FanDuel, especially because of the potential moolah to be made.
Oh, yes. It's always a big moolah to be made on there, especially if you're good at picking it or getting lucky. And if you do want to, get in there right now, it is on my Twitter feed. I put it up this morning trying to just get ahead of the curve. So that league is up there. It is $10 to get in, and the top 3 spots pay out.
Oh, there's everybody in Rumble.
Yeah, it seems like they all just piled in.
Yeah, man. Kenny F. and Powers, Bright Farm Johns Island, Hall of Famer, if I'm not mistaken,
Yes,
Bright Farm Johns Island.
Yes, and a Hall of Fame group of lips. 2 Hall of Famers in there, along with our great
Jake Gator. How's everybody doing? Good morning.
Yeah, so check out my the Lumix BTLS Twitter. I will get Bubba's permission to see if I could post it over there. But like I said, they're only allowing us 20. So I do know that a lot of people that listen to the sports show wanted you guys, get you guys in there. You have been asking me for it, making sure. So I wanted to make sure that the 20 from at least here get it, and not just some, average Joe that doesn't listen to the sports show that listens to Bubba. And, obviously if we get to that point, maybe we would just start another Bubba Army League and post that one on.
Why you got to drop names like that?
I drop names all the time. Average Joe. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Exactly. Because you know how to work it. Speaking of, though, Colorado, do you think they're serious? I know you watched the whole game. They're ranked 22 now. They're playing Nebraska, which should be an easy win. We, even before week 1, predicted Colorado to beat Nebraska. Obviously, coming out against TCU, completely upsetting them. I mean,
I know we picked them to beat Nebraska. I picked them to lose against TCU. And I got to say, I don't know if TCU is just in much worse shape than I anticipated or if Colorado is like the real deal. Obviously, with Travis Hunter playing all those snaps and Shedeur Sanders playing one hell of a game, it's hard to say that they are not the real deal because they're going to beat Nebraska this week.
Yeah.
And Deion is already acting the way that he is after one win. I can only imagine, we'll see Neon Deion come out again after game 2. I like to think that they're going to play better than we anticipated. I don't know if it's going to be college football playoff level, but I was pleasantly surprised. And they've become an easy team to root for. I mean, obviously the media loves them. I texted you during the game, like even during the fucking commercials, during a Colorado Buffaloes game, take a shot every time someone just says prime real estate for this Colorado offense as they take over after the turnover, stuff like that. Like they just, squeezing it in there 2-3 times a game is one thing, and it's cute because I get it. They probably have notes from ESPN on their little media pamphlet that says, "Hey, try and do this." But it's even in commercials. There is a whole Colorado commercial.
Is there really?
There is a Colorado University commercial where they do not mention Deion at all.
Oh, yeah, it's just for the school.
But they're like, prime real estate for young farmers because of all this beautiful land. And we have got prime location next to this and that. And we've got prime programs that help you with this and that. And it's just so on the nose and like goofy. And obviously, like, I know that they're excited about it, but
I mean, look, 510 yards, most passing yards he said he's ever thrown in one game.
Last year, they had 2 receivers on the entire team who had 100 yards in a game. And last week, they had 4 for the first time ever in school history. Like, they're going to break a bunch of school records this year. That offense is going to be regarded as probably top 3 all time in Colorado standards,
Yeah.
I mean, it's week 1 overreactions at its finest because everybody was saying a lot of the stuff about Anthony Richardson last year. But, Shedeur being mentioned in the Heisman conversation now much more than he was 2-3 weeks ago. He continues to play consistent football. That's going to help him out. So I have to ask you, I'm kind of rambling here and I want to get to my point. Seeing all of this stuff, seeing the hype around Colorado, how they're an easy team to root for, how the media just absolutely loves them. How it's not just the Colorado Buffaloes, it's Deion Sanders in Colorado. It's not just Deion in Colorado. It's Deion in Colorado with his luggage as well. Like they love it. They love it.
Of course they do.
People are buying in. So, Lummy, as a USF fan, how do you feel? Because Colorado came out and admitted that they did not have the money to pay Deion when they promised him the contract that they did, but they knew that the support they were going to get from everyone else around the university was going to be enough to pay him, and they've already pretty much hit that point. But, like, when people use the argument that, like, USF didn't have the money, I'm one of those people who feels like they just didn't want to shell it out.
No, they didn't want to shell it out. It's typical as USF, and they're already now. There's they for some reason, and I understand the college aspect of academics, be in the forefront, and that's what USF. Their big thing is now they made that whatever it is, all-American school,
right?
Blah,
yeah,
blah, blah. And they're all proud of that. Now they're coming out and saying, do they really have enough money to build a stadium? I see the administration is not football
friendly
or even really sports friendly, and I really feel like it puts a hamper on USF moving forward. And that, yes, I think that Deion wanted to come in. He wanted, whatever, $4 or $5 million more control of the program, and I feel like they didn't want to do it. USF, I was talking to my buddy Darryl about it, who went and played at USF. They probably most likely, with everything surrounding Deion, the TV money, the revenue, all that different stuff, selling out Raymond James Stadium, could have easily made that money back.
We did some sports shows with Darryl, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Cool
could
guy.
have made that money back easily, in my opinion, and brought more focus.
In 6 months. Like,
Yeah.
it wouldn't have even taken the entire season.
Yeah, pretty much could have brought so much focus on USF. Now, I was thinking about this.
Packed house every single week.
Outside of the big names, the Harvards, the Ivy League schools, Yale and Brown and all those schools, when you think of where you really want to go, and maybe this is just my opinion, but you think of Florida, they've had a good football team, Alabama would like to be, fun to go to, even like, South Carolina, Clemson, just like the good football schools or that have a good football atmosphere. I feel like a lot more people are going to want to go there.
Right.
And I feel like USF, even though I think we're like the third biggest in the state, it's not sexy. USF's not sexy. I mean,
it hasn't been sexy because of the product on the field.
Yeah.
Like, there was a time, back when like Quentin Flowers and those guys were on the team, they were. It obviously wasn't the heyday of USF football, but that was the last little revival I felt like they've had. Like, you felt the effect of those teams for maybe 2 seasons afterward.
But that was it.
Like, my first year doing promo for Sports Talk Florida was 2016. Did the first 2 games of that season, or not the first 2. I did like the first 4 home games of that season, and then I ended up going over to Cox. But the first 4 games of that season, like, the stadium, week 1 was packed. Week 2 was packed. Home game 3, little less people were there because they were like 1-3 at that point, if I remember correctly. And then, like, they lost that game in a heartbreaker. So the next week there were less people there. But, I can't even imagine. USF hasn't played their home opener. What do they play that this week?
Yeah, against FAMU. Yep. It's going to be a sellout.
Maybe it'll sell out because of people traveling from FAMU. It's a lot of Florida locals.
Well, I guess if we keep only the 100 level up, it might be
right.
And then their band, I think, is made up of like 200 people, so that may help out too.
That's the thing, is that, like, for the home opener, I can't imagine how many people are going to be there.
Not me. Well, I'll be there.
Oh, I thought you said not me. I'm like, are you not? I was like, are you not going to go there?
I got season tickets.
That's good.
Yeah. It was actually, I think it was like $100 or something like that for the season.
You got good seats?
Yeah. We're in like the low, like kind of where our Bucks season tickets are, except on the other side.
Nice.
Like when I mean the other side. No, I mean
not in the shade.
No, I'm sorry, farther down. When I mean the other side is like if we're on the 10-yard line by the pirate ship, we're on the other 10-yard line.
Yeah.
On the opposite side. But
you're still in.
We're still on USF side.
Yes. Okay.
In the shade.
Nice.
Because
that's
the
way to do it.
We were predicting a lot of 12 o'clock games. Because that's usually where they put shitty teams. But they put USF versus FAMU at 7 o'clock for some reason.
Nice. That'll be fun.
Yeah. It's going to be a ton of fun. I know that.
I wish I could make it. There's going to be a lot of fine Nubian queens out there that I know I could probably.
Rad. Yeah. You should definitely try to make it Saturday night.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
FAMU. When you went to the game, who were they playing? When we all went to the game that.
Vanderbilt?
No. Remember there was like that party when we were recording going into the game?
Yeah, I remember. It was the game their quarterback got hurt. Tulsa.
Tulane
Tulane or Tulsa?
I think
it was Tulsa.
I think you're right.
It was either Tulane or Tulsa because I fucking confuse those schools all the time.
But yeah, me too. Well, when we were walking by it, though, there was a lot of your girls there.
Yeah, dude, a lot of good humanity out there.
Exactly. And just imagine with FAMU coming through, you'd be in love. But yeah, no, I don't know if you watched the first or any of the USF game. I watched a little bit of it against Western Kentucky.
I did not. I was
busy.
Sure.
Doing anything but watching the USF game.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
I should have been blowing your texts up.
I was disappointed. For that, you weren't texting me back for the fucking Colorado game, but you would have blown my text up for the USF.
Oh yeah.
They lost by 2 scores.
But the first half was actually pretty good. The USF's hurry up offense. They looked really good that first half.
See, I'm gonna be honest with you. Just realistically, buddy, as someone trying to ease me into the college football experience and showing me the highs and the lows.
Don't watch.
Well,
USF.
I don't know if watching that Florida Utah game and then following it up with a USF kicker, I don't know if that would have been
Probably not
the best option for me to, hey, look how great this sport is.
Yeah. So it's probably good that you did watch that Colorado game. But did you watch the FSU game? FSU LSU.
I did, actually.
That was a good game too. FSU looked really, really good.
Good for them. I mean, there was a lot of hype coming into the season. Everybody's been talking about their quarterback. So, good to see that.
Yeah, he moved up on the Heisman.
Not only did they win, but they made Brian Kelly look stupid, and that's all I could hope for. I said last week that I was picking him to lose just because fuck Brian Kelly.
You don't like Brian Kelly? His new Southern accent when he down to LSU.
I wonder if he's ripped that off this season. I haven't watched any of his press conferences. I saw that he said they were going to be busy beating the hell out of Florida State, and then they got their ass kicked, and he's like, I don't know who we thought we were coming into that game.
I don't know,
something like that.
That's a good point. Let's see if we could just listen to it. I'm actually curious because I did not see.
That's not the right way to play. There it is. Yeah, that second one. Oh, no.
Oh, second one.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is when he first started. I was going to see.
All right. Let's go over the
See, it's going.
the game from Sunday. First, Florida State. We had a lot of young players involved, and this is
So
my
he,
shoulders in terms of messaging.
It's on his shoulders.
so he doesn't have the accent there.
24-minute press conference. I couldn't imagine Todd Bowles standing up at the podium for 24 minutes.
Now let's see his. Where's the Southern accent one?
Because
it sounded.
He did it at the I think the first time he did it was at the basketball game.
Yeah. Let's see. Brian Kelly, Southern draw. Yeah, it was when he was introduced. There it is. I don't want to watch you guys here.
It's a great night to be a Tiger. I'm here with my family, and we are so excited to be in the great state of Louisiana.
The decision that came about
From Boston.
My family.
Time with
My family.
My family.
Listen,
I'm here with my family, and we're so excited to get started down here at LSU in the beautiful state of Louisiana.
Listen, I don't know. Have you ever talked to anyone from Louisiana?
They sure as shit don't talk like that.
Listen, you'd pick that up in about 2 hours to be in there. Next thing you know, Rhett, you'd be like, hey, LSU, I love LSU. I'll bring my family here. We're gonna raise it. We're gonna change this program all around. Then you take a loss. Yeah, we didn't play well against FSU. So is that one reason why you don't like Brian Kelly, or is there another reason why you don't like Brian Kelly?
He's just always strike me as a dick. I don't.
That's true too.
I don't know how to explain it. He's just one of those pretentious college coaches who really doesn't have, in my opinion, enough to show for the way he's acting. Speaking of pretentious college coaches, is Clemson done? I mean, how about fucking Duke pulling out the upset?
I know.
I was here in the studio. I was watching that the other night. I was sitting here and pretty much watched that whole game on Monday night.
Really? Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I watched a little bit of it. I as a Florida State fan, that's my second favorite college in the state of Florida. Ashley is a fan. She graduated from there. So after the Florida State, we were trying to decide if we wanted Clemson to, win, keep that ranking up. And I was telling her, I think it would be good if Duke had an upset.
Yeah.
Because Duke would hop into the top 25, and then Clemson, most likely, if they didn't fall out, would stay in the top 25. And it looked like Clemson is still 20. They're number 25, and I believe Duke is 21. So realistically, that makes the ACC just look that much better.
Isn't Duke 21? I think Colorado's 22, aren't they?
Yeah.
I don't know how that one works out.
I think TCU was 17? Clemson was 9. And it was a big, Duke went 28-7, 45-42.
Conference game.
Yeah. First week.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, look, the rankings at this point don't really mean dick.
No, you're right. Yeah, because none of the teams, I would say none. I don't know about none of the teams in the top 5, but most of the teams in the top 10 aren't going to be there.
No, I mean, look, if you look at right now, the rankings are Georgia 1,
well, maybe shit.
Michigan 2, Alabama 3, Florida State 4, Ohio State 5, USC 6, Penn State 7, Washington 8, Tennessee 9, and Notre Dame.
Penn State, Tennessee will not be there. Notre Dame probably won't be there. Do you think Washington could finish good enough? I mean, they've been seemingly getting better every
Well,
year.
you got to
haven't
think that's going to either be good for Colorado, because that right there in the top 10 are 2 schools in the Pac-12.
And is it 6 or the 8 teams for the playoff this year?
It's the last time that it's the
4?
Yeah.
Oh, is it really? It's not till next year that they start
Yeah, next year is when everything changes, which will be exciting. But
may as well just fucking go all in and do like 12 teams.
Well, what I don't like, what sucks, is that they're moving the playoffs to that, and now they're making all these super conferences.
Yeah, I mean,
So
like
it's
we
like,
got
yeah.
we got what do we have left? Like out west, like the Pac-2 now.
Yeah, it's
the 2-pack.
The Pac-2, and you got like the Midwestern Conference. Are they going to be able to qualify, or whatever the heck that conference is now? The I don't even know, NWC.
There's like tumbleweeds out there. Some
Like-
of these conferences just barely. It's kind of like one of those it's kind of like having one of those businesses in your town that's been open, but then everything slows down for a while, like a Golden Corral. Like nobody goes there anymore, but it's still open.
I don't know, that one in Brandon that's open on
That
Thanksgiving was pretty.
That one at Brandon's fucking popping all the
I
time.
know.
But most of the other ones I see around Florida have homeless people living outside of them.
Oh, that's true.
Like it's the equivalent of having one of those businesses open, and like it's open, but it's not going to be open for much longer.
Yeah, exactly.
The
Especially
people who are going there and still frequenting their business need to soak it in, because this time next year, I don't know if that spot's going to be there anymore.
Well, I mean, let's see. If you go through the conferences on the ranked teams, if let's say we were in the six playoff teams or whatever it's going to be. American Athletic Conference only has 1 ranked team. ACC right now has 4. The Big 12 has 3, with TCU falling off. Which that conference is going to be a joke next year too. The Big 10 currently has 4. Conference USA 0. The Independent with Notre Dame 1. Mid-American none. Mountain West. That's what I was
What's the
thinking
deal
of.
with Notre Dame? Are they ever going to join up?
With the conference?
Yeah.
I think they signed a deal. I want to say, or they were trying to sign a deal with the ACC, and everything but football would be in it. Or maybe they already did it. But
Everything but football.
they stay independent for that TV contract.
The TV contract, is it because it's like a religious school too?
No, it's just because of TV. Because if you join, like, let's say the ACC or the Big Ten or whatever, you got to sign that. And I believe I'm correct on this. If not, 813-90-BUBBA, 813-90-BUBBA. That the reason is because they have that NBC contract, and everyone else would have to go through like ESPN or Fox. So they would lose that right, and then they would have to share
Have to be
the TV.
broadcast.
Well, and they'd lose that TV revenue.
Yeah.
That's only to them. They'd have to share it with the rest, and I guess it's not worth it. So then you get the Pac-12 now with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think Pac-12 is leading, right? 3, 4, 5, 6. So they're tied with the Southeastern Conference. I'm surprised. I would have not, thought a couple months ago that the Pac-12 would have or tied with the SEC with the most ranked teams.
Yeah, I definitely didn't think that would be the case either.
I mean, so if Colorado's for real, it's going to help them.
I miss like the Big East.
Oh yeah, the Big East, and then what, the Big 8?
Mm-hmm.
The Big 8 that were.
Then you had the Pac.
Pac-8.
What was it, Pac-12?
Well, it was the Pac-8. Then I think went to the Pac-10.
Hmm.
And then it went to the Pac-12. And then whatever it is.
ACC glory days.
Exactly. I did not know that. Actually, I found out that I forgot South Carolina used to be in the ACC, and they left because they weren't getting treated right by North Carolina, and then that got their asses handed to them by them.
What else is new?
And then I also looked at this too. Notre Dame, they're 2-0. They have a points for 98, points against 6. I think they played. Was it
Navy and Tennessee State?
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, they played Navy in Ireland and Tennessee State. The monsters of Tennessee
Played
State.
Navy in Ireland?
Yeah, that was the first week. That was at week 0 game.
I didn't know they played a game in Ireland.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. It was kind of pathetic. But Notre Dame's quarterback played last year for Wake Forest,
Mm-hmm.
and he's a stud. I think Sam Hartman. I mean, they haven't played anyone yet, so it's kind of hard to, but I remember when he was playing at Wake Forest, he's got that, what's that? Fuck, he's on the Colts now. We haven't had Brian in here forever, so I got Minshew.
Gardner Minshew.
He's got that Gardner Minshew feel about him when he plays.
Yeah. How about that one great value Gardner Minshew who plays for the Saints? That rookie QB. He took like that really zesty photo shoot for some reason, but he just got suspended 6 games.
For what?
For performance-enhancing drugs.
Did he really?
Yeah. Like a third-string QB.
What was he trying to get on steroids?
Did he think he was just going to like win the job?
He thought maybe that third, playing third string, they weren't going to drug test him.
Right.
And he didn't realize that they drug test everyone.
Yeah, there it is. Jake Hayner gets banned for a drug policy violation.
Wow.
Suspended without pay. He will forfeit $250,000 of his $750,000 base salary. That's pretty tough. I mean, making $750, or I guess clearing $500,000 a year isn't too tough, but when you lose a quarter of that, a third of that. Sorry, math wasn't my strong point.
I love this. I like what he says, though. It seems like what a lot of baseball players used to say. I still do not know how the substance got into my body, as none of my supplements or prescribed medications contain the banned ingredient.
He's on the same script that, Barry Bonds and Mark McGrath and all those other guys were on.
How I must take full responsibility for the failed test? Yeah. Well, what is it then? I would love to know.
Hold on, go up. What did he say? I would never knowingly cheat the game that I love. However, I must take responsibility.
I'm disappointed to be away from the team, yada, yada, yada. I'm kind of wondering what it was and how he didn't know it was in his system. Well, I guess him and Alvin Kamara could be sitting together now.
Yeah, they'll have some watch parties.
Yeah, like, hey, look.
That's how you recoup your money, man. Pull up on the block.
Alvin Kamara.
Get a couple of smokers.
Yeah. Well, they should know. They should be tailgating outside the stadium.
Creole? Yeah, have a big ass fucking party outside the stadium.
Come on out, guys. Come tailgate with Alvin Kamara and Johnny Jake Hayner or whatever his name is. Yeah, come on, guys.
Did you ever see the pictures that he took?
No.
Google his name and then just go to images and you'll probably find it.
That'd be an awesome tailgate. You're suspended from the team, so you tailgate out, in front of the Superdome.
Yeah. So go to images.
Oh.
Bottom right to the right. Go up one. There it is. That one.
What?
And then like,
oh geez, yeah, all these ones right here.
Yeah, like look at the way he's taking these fucking pictures, man. Well, that's just someone like
posing as him.
Yeah. There's like another one where he's cradling the ball like a fucking baby.
He's not even like jacked. Like I would have thought like Tim Tebow was on steroids or something like that.
Just some white guy.
Just some random white guy that got suspended. Now
just some white guy named Jake
who just gave up $250,000 out of his $500 or $750,000.
Yeah, that's a tough blow. Tough blow.
It's like Alvin Kamara that he doesn't know why. Yeah, that case is still that blows my mind.
How he just got away with it.
He got 3 games. He beat the crap out of a guy.
Dude, New Orleans has like some very seedy underroots in that city. I would think that the Saints have like to be one of the most well-connected franchises in history because for all of the bullshit that they have gotten themselves involved in, it really seems like they've gotten off easy. Sean Payton only got a season.
Yeah.
For Bounty Gate, which is widely regarded as one of the most controversial things in the NFL. Like, I'm sure that happened a lot more back in the day. But when you have, recent documentation of it the way that they did, like, they're just a shitty organization. Like, fuck the Saints. I hate the Saints.
And it's bullshit, too. Now I'm looking at their schedule. He suspended 3 games. And, of course, the game he's going to come back is against the Bucs.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what's the fucking chances on that one? I mean, I like how, the third-string quarterback gets 6 games for supposedly, according to him, taking illegal drugs. 6 games. Alvin Kamara can beat the shit out of a guy, not get suspended the year after it happens, and then get suspended for 3 whopping games. And of course comes back against the Bucks.
I mean,
in Tampa. Nope, and New Orleans.
I was gonna say, you think he's gonna be playing in that game?
Fuck yeah!
What? Why do you think he's gonna be playing in that game?
Alvin Kamara?
Oh, I thought you were talking about.
No, Alvin Kamara. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I was like, why the fuck do you think Jake Hayner's gonna be playing the Bucks by week 4?
Well, listen, if Derek Carr breaks his arm, and who's their backup? Is it still Jameis?
Jameis, yeah, it's our boy.
Wow.
Entering year 9?
It's his experience 9. Wow.
Yeah.
Thank God we didn't bring his dumbass back. I know. He looked so good, Rhett. The first 2 games.
Shit? When did I say that?
Didn't you say how good he looked for the first 4 weeks of the season?
Oh yeah, before he got his leg torn off by Devin White.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looked pretty solid.
And since then, he got his eyes fixed and he hasn't done shit.
He had 8 touchdowns to 1 interception or something like that.
And he beat the Packers, I think.
Yeah, beat the Packers in Lambeau, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think you're right. No, fuck him too. Fuck him. But on college football, is there any games that you're looking forward to watching? We'll wrap up our college football coverage. Obviously, Colorado and Nebraska. Is there any games that you're looking forward to this week besides the FAMU USF game?
Well, I'm going to be watching the Gators. Hopefully they bounce back against this no-name school, but they'll probably let them put up 24 points on them.
I think it was 2023, 8, 9, 7 years ago? I don't fucking know. 8, 9, 7, wow. They lost to, I think it was Georgia State. Pretty bad too.
Probably.
I'm trying to see who they're playing.
Probably not even on there. There they are. McNeese.
Oh, McNeese State, Division I AA powerhouse.
Yep, it's going to be clearly a close game. Tickets as low as $14. Fuck it, dude. I might drive on up there.
$14?
Go watch a little McNeese beat down.
Are you going to bring Scout?
I'll probably leave her at home. I don't know if they'll let me bring her in the stadium.
I'll just put her in your satchel.
Put her in my I got to get her. She's actually getting too big. I need to get her a new bag.
Oh, yeah, she's a monster. She's a monster dog.
What's the spread?
That's what I was trying to look at here.
Gators are 98.8% favorites according to ESPN analytics, but they're probably like 18 points.
Let's go to my bookie and see.
I think it'll be around 18. You think it'll be higher?
18? Yeah, it's going to be higher. I mean,
24.
Yeah, they should. My bookie here. So this is going to be your lock of the week, right, Rhett? For everyone that's it likes to play around with some fake money.
It's going to be the most devastating loss in college football history, if not. Yeah, I guess it's the lock of the week. Which means Rhett's lock of the week. Don't bet on it.
Yeah,
you'll fucking lose.
You might want to bet someone else.
If you're feeling risky, listen, a lot of people like that adrenaline rush. Betting on Florida football will give you what you need, I think, because there's going to be a couple of moments in this game.
Oh, no McNeese State. So you cannot bet on the Florida game this week.
That's how much of a fucking lock it is.
That's right. That's how big of a lock it is. Wow.
That's hilarious.
Well, yeah, there you go. Have fun watching UF.
If you put $5 on McNeese, you could potentially win.
I'm surprised.
$5,000.
I'm surprised it's not on here. Hey, here we go. First caller of the day while I look up this Florida game. 813.
Lummy.
Hey, what's up?
This is referee Fred.
What's up, referee?
What's up, man?
Fred?
Hey. So, your bowling partner.
Oh, of course.
Hey, so I'm listening to you guys talking a little bit.
You were right about USF, though, when you were doing their practices or whatever. You were saying that they're hurry-up offense.
I know. Did I tell you?
Yep, they don't have the players. They don't have the players to keep up with it. They all got gassed.
Oh, I know it. The other thing is, I heard through the grapevine that at Utah, that Florida coaching sideline was very disorganized.
Really?
I believe it. I mean, shit, dude. I believe it when you tell me that because you can see it on the field. I really thought, Napier hasn't been there a long time, but I definitely thought his team would look a lot better than they did that first week. That was the biggest disappointment, was just how undisciplined everything was.
Well, and that's his big thing is he's very organized and everything is, dotting the I's and crossing the T's. But the bottom line is when you have two different plays where you have the same number playing on the same down. And you just, and to me, that's just one thing, and that's coaching.
Yeah. Yeah. They are not a very well coached team.
Well, you know how it normally goes. Well, yeah, I was going to say, and how it normally goes is that they're going to, that he'll say, he'll fire some assistants if they keep having this, struggle. And then, they'll give him another year with new assistants. And then if they still shit the bed, then he's done. But they always, always fire the assistants. But technically he should, still, he's one who hired them. And, with practice, you got to know what's going on, just in that whole atmosphere. The same number.
Well, heck, you almost have two assistants to every position.
Yeah.
There's two O-line coaches, two D-line coaches, two linebacker coaches. You know what I mean? So,
and then you got your GAs too.
Yeah, and they're so their staff is huge, and those are just things. And probably he'll make sure that's all cleaned up. I think their defense will be better than last year. The issue is just really the offense. I mean, I would hope the line's a little bit better. You would think they'd have a good running game, but I think Utah's whole point was we're going to stop the run.
Man, I think ETN's going to transfer to Colorado at this point. Like, they got to get that guy out of there. That's the only semblance of hope they seem to have. Like you said, you thought they'd have a better running game considering he's been there multiple years, but oh man.
Well, I mean, he's a sophomore this year, but it's one of those things where I think they're just going to have definitely a better running game. That's the thing that's going to have to help them, with the passing game, as you guys know, is the running game. So he's got to get better at that. But when you talk about another game to watch that would be interesting, of course, I didn't think Duke Clemson would be interesting to watch.
Yeah.
It turned out it was. But Texas, Alabama.
Yeah, 7 o'clock, ESPN, prime time.
Yep.
I think that's going to be really good.
That'll be a very, very good one.
Because they have, what's his freaking name? The coach for for Texas. Yeah, he used to be the offensive coach for the offense coordinator for Alabama. Steve Scarsese?
Well, you know how assistants are. Usually the assistants can't beat Saban. I think the only one who has is Kirby Smart.
Yeah, I think he's the only one. I don't think Jimbo's ever beaten him.
No, No, I'll take that back. He did
beat him with Florida State.
A&M 2 years ago.
Yeah.
No, 2 years ago they beat Alabama.
Yeah.
At Texas A&M. Yeah.
That's a 7-point game too. Wow, 7 points for 3-11. It's a pretty good little spread there.
So that'll be a fun one to watch, in my opinion.
Yeah, I can't wait. I was really excited to watch the USF and FAMU game. I mean, I really think that's going to be a barn burner. So,
well, here's the kicker. The best part of the game will be a halftime show.
Yeah, I won't be watching that at halftime.
A&M's got a really good band.
I know, but that's when everyone usually leaves the game is after halftime.
I know it, right?
They all go for the band.
I hope they get better. I hope it starts. Listen, when you're running that fast, everything has to be second nature, and I think they're still thinking.
Yeah. No, you could tell the second half
of it.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, like any new coach, he doesn't have his players.
No.
He has good players, but he may not have the ones he really wants for his offense. So, again, you got to give them a little bit more time. But could you imagine if Dion was at USF?
Oh, that would have been the number one ticket in Florida right now.
There's no doubt about it.
Sell out. Sell out. Oof.
He definitely would have got those guys ready to play. So, they missed it on that one. But
sure did.
Anyhow, all right. I'll let
man.
you guys go, but I just kind of giving you what I had heard about the Gator sideline.
Appreciate it.
I guess it's pretty obvious.
Thanks, man.
You guys later.
Thank you. See you.
Take care. Bye.
I think Tulane Ole Miss could be a good game.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think so, but Tulane really came on last year, dude. Like, they had that big win. at the end of the year in the bowl game, and they beat LSU.
Did they?
I'm pretty sure.
I can't look up 2022 stats without taking too long.
I know.
They beat somebody, but I was also looking right below that game. Miami, Texas A&M would be pretty good.
Yeah, I would think, but I feel like it's one of those games that's going to get out of hand by the third quarter. Like, I feel like Miami just not it.
You don't think they're back?
I don't think they're back, no.
Let's see. 45, Tulane. They beat UCF December 3rd to win the conference. They're not going to tell me who the
UCF.
No, that was their conference game. That's who they played.
Their bowl game. I'm trying to remember who their bowl. I mean, nobody fucking played.
University of South Carolina. University of Southern California. USC.
Thank you.
They beat
46-45.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Caleb Williams did not play that game, by the way.
Of course not.
Yeah. I remember I was watching that. That's probably why I don't remember that. That was the game I was watching when that guy was like, hey, have you ever had Malort before? Fucking asshole. That's why I don't remember it. I was at the Reservoir Bar in Ybor.
Plus, you're probably a little high. That place closed down now, so.
Did it?
Yeah, I thought, the smoky bar.
No, it's still open.
Are you sure about that?
How recently did you see that it was closed?
Like a couple months ago?
Stop.
Reservoir.
No, it's still open.
Is it?
Yeah, it says it opens at 7 p.m.
Oh, I thought that was the one that closed down.
No, you might be thinking of another one.
Probably.
Opens 3 p.m., not 7. I don't know why Facebook says 7. That's stupid.
See, we don't know if it's really open, but it looks like it is, so I'm wrong. So, college football, once again, should be fun this week. Like I said, Texas, Alabama should be a good one.
Texas Tech, Oregon.
Oh, yeah, that should be a good one, too. I mean, I think Oregon will probably spank that ass.
Yeah.
Colorado versus Nebraska, just watching probably that blowout.
A couple unranked teams, but Kansas, Illinois could be fun. I think Kansas was a lot better last year, right?
Yeah. Oh, Bubba's going to have to compete with the Indiana State-Indiana game on Friday, September 8th.
They're going to be watching it at the bar. What are you talking about? That's the most Indiana shit of all time.
Well, no, 7 o'clock is when that high school game starts, so they're going to have to have...
What time's the meet and greet? I thought the meet and greet was at like 8 or 9 o'clock.
No, I think, like 9, 10 o'clock, I think.
So they're going to watch the second half of that game. Dude, that's so fitting. That's awesome. Be watching Indiana versus Indiana State live from Warsaw, Indiana at the downtown.
Yeah, his meet and greet's at 10. So if anyone in Indiana, in Warsaw area, go to the downtown in Warsaw. Bubba's going to be there, looks like at 10.
Probably watch the fourth quarter of that game. Maybe the last 5 minutes of it. But still, that's
But he will be at the Warsaw game, so if you go out to the Warsaw game, he will be there. It's alumni night.
They're going to squeeze him into that tight-ass jersey again like they did a couple of years ago.
He looks good. His biceps are on point. He's lost a little bit of weight. He's
definitely lost a lot of weight since then, but it's just funny.
He's going to be doing some push-ups before he puts it on, making his triceps look really good.
Well, I think that's just – I don't even think that's Bubba's fault, though. Like
that's how they make jerseys now.
Yeah, like we got new uniforms for the whole school while I was playing. So my first 2 years of playing, we had these old, like, ragged fucking jerseys. But even the varsity jerseys were a little more tight-fitting than, like, the JV shit. And when they got the new uniforms in, like, nobody could fit their... Like, all the linemen were pissed because nobody could fit them. They're all too tight.
Oh, yeah. You got to make your arms look really big. I mean, I can't imagine yours not looking, just swole.
Right.
Your whole 195 self.
I was 205, actually.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm 10 pounds off on that.
No, I was 205. I was pretty fucking light.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah, I was light.
Well, now we also have, that starts tonight, is the NFL. I'm excited.
Goddamn right, buddy.
Kansas City versus Detroit.
We have gone too long into this show. I can't believe we've gone a whole 45 minutes without saying
college
anything.
Football is exciting. You watched it? You watched...
yeah, I can get into it. I'm excited for another exciting week. We've gone too long without meaningful football.
Exactly. And, we also do have the Past Packers podcast that premieres at 12 o'clock today on YouTube.
Yep.
So check it out.
12 o'clock noon on YouTube, and if you can't watch it, then you can listen to it on any of our podcast outlets. So obviously the game we're here to talk about, there's a whole slate of games this weekend we can get into later, but Kansas City, Detroit, I think this is going to be a fun game.
I think this is one of the more exciting week one games. I know that Detroit is really improved, and obviously the Kansas City Chiefs won the Super Bowl last year, and they pretty much almost return everybody. I mean, obviously, you got Chris Jones is out. Travis Kelce is questionable. I cannot see him missing it, though.
Oh, man. I took him off of my starting roster this week because I feel like he's not going to play.
Really?
I don't know. I probably say that now, and he's going to get 3 touchdowns this week because that's how it usually works.
Well, let's see.
But it's Thursday, so I literally need to have my lineup set within the next few hours.
1 hour ago, status says the Chiefs will put Kelce, who is officially listed as questionable for Thursday's game against the Lions, through a workout this morning to determine his status.
So he's probably working out as we speak.
So it looks like it's a 50-50 shot.
99.9% of people still have him rostered. 0% have changed that in the last 7 days.
So it looks like they were going to wait to the last minute, kind of like you.
Well, I already made the change, so if I fuck up and forget, I guess I'll be okay. But David Njoku is my backup tight end.
There you go. So you're that 0.1%.
Yeah.
That has not rostered him.
I'm a 0.1%er, baby.
I'm excited to watch. I mean, the Chiefs, you know what you get with the Chiefs. I'm excited about the Lions. Hopefully they don't lose any guys during the game with the, betting, because I know they have that big problem with keeping their guys, not being suspended for gambling. But
I'm excited about the Lions because, again, like you said, you don't really know where they're going to pick up from where they left off. They obviously upset the Packers and went into the offseason feeling fucking awesome.
And Swift is gone now.
Yeah, Swift is gone. The other guy is gone. Jamal Williams is gone. He's in New Orleans now.
But they got
Jahmyr Gibbs, who's pretty good, but a lot of people feel like that pick was a reach.
Well, yeah, their backup's David Montgomery. So
David Montgomery's much past his prime. He's not what he was when he kind of had that heyday in Chicago. So I think they are going to be a better defensive team out of the gate than people expect. I think Kansas City is going to maybe struggle the first half to find their footing offensively.
Really?
Or that's what I think. I think we're going to go into the half and it's going to be like a 14-7 kind of ball game.
What is Coach
Dan Campbell?
What does he say at halftime?
Yeah, man. It's been a minute actually since I've.
I know.
You put me on the spot.
Have you not been working on it? Getting
no,
ready for
I haven't.
Week 1 game, the Lions. We're doing a show today.
We're on prime time to start the year, man. We're on prime time. You got. I think I'm missing something.
You're missing something. You're missing that fire.
Yeah.
You're missing that fire under your ass there, Coach.
Listen, man, we need you guys to show up to the games, fucking douse yourselves in gasoline, and we're going to be the match that lights the fire and lights it the fuck up in here, okay? We're going to do it on prime time against the defending Super Bowl champions, man.
Now,
if you don't fucking love this sport, then you need to leave right now. There's the fucking door.
You think Dan Campbell, when he's like, all right, boys, let's go, and now count it down on 4. He doesn't do 3, does 4 just because he's that one more better? 1, 2, 3, 4. Lions! Woo! Or is he kill them or something like that?
He's like that I forgot the name of the lineman, but have you seen that clip? It's the dude in Jacksonville. And he's talking to the assistant coach, and he's like, I need you to slap me in the mouth. I need you to slap me in the mouth, get me going. And then he slaps him in the mouth. He's like, oh, shit, Chris, that wasn't hard enough, man. I need you to do it again, man. I need you to get me going. And he slaps him again. He's like, oh, fuck, thank you, man. I think that's what Dan Campbell does. I think he has the assistant coaches slap him up.
Oh yeah,
before he addresses the team.
Oh, 100%. I mean, that's how he probably has a couple. Jared Goff slamming his head into his his helmet into his head.
Headbutting guys.
Who used to do that back in the day?
Baker Mayfield did it as recently as last season, where he was fucking headbutting everybody in L.A. without his helmet on. So hopefully he doesn't do that too much this season because we can't lose him to a concussion.
Yeah, let's hope he just hopefully they stop that from going because. We definitely need him focused.
Anna's in chat. I don't know if she's still in chat. She was asking about the wiener.
Oh, the wiener, our co-host.
She is sleeping right now. She's on my lap. And if I pick her up and put her on camera, I don't know how happy she's going to be with me.
Yeah, hopefully she bites your throat.
I know. She got a new collar, though.
Yeah, it was nice. You picked a really manly color for your female dog.
I was going to get olive green.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe a tan. I was going to get her a whole fucking tack vest if they had them. But they were $40.
40. Oh wow.
I know, it was crazy. But yeah, it was either that. I was hoping for olive green because I like that color. If you couldn't tell, and because Could not find it. It was there last time. It was not there this time.
Yeah.
So, in order to prevent her from being misgendered at the vet any further, I got her a hot pink fucking collar. That way everyone sees it and they know she's a girl. Because if they're one of those weirdos who likes to assume that my dog is gay, then I know that I don't have to talk to them about my dog.
I hope that they still misgender your dog at the vet with the pink
It's
collar.
so funny. Like the last 3 times they've been in there, clearly she doesn't have a penis.
No, it's
And I
pretty
would hope
obvious.
that my dog's primary physician would know what gender she is, but they're like, yeah, Scout's getting to be such a big boy. He looks fantastic. His weight is awesome. And I'm like, I've said it the last 2 times. I'm like, he's a girl, but I'm glad to hear all these things. Like, I guess it doesn't matter that much, but it's just, it's funny. It's funny to me.
Yeah, it's okay.
Like
maybe they wrote it
vet-
down, though, wrong. After
And
the first
fair,
checkout.
fair point. Big E says it's a boy's name. I feel like it's a gender neutral name.
Yeah, yes.
I know more Girl Scouts than Boy Scouts. That sounds weird.
I only know
I
one.
know more Scouts who are girls than Scouts who are boys.
That's right. That's true. I don't know any really. Except
Even though
for
you
Big
could
Golden
get caught
Scout.
up on the technicality that, like the female Scout that we know still loves a good pair of tits,
Oh, there you go. Exactly. See, that was a good one, Rhett.
Tits.
Well, so who are you picking? Who are you picking for Detroit, Kansas City? Tits.
I was thinking about that shit the other day.
Tits.
Detroit, Kansas City, it's hard to pick against Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs, especially they're playing at home, Arrowhead Stadium. So I will go Kansas City.
Now, are you taking the spread anywhere in there? Because it's Kansas City minus 4.5.
Say that again. I'm sorry. Am I taking Kansas City to cover?
Yeah, 4.5.
Yeah. I think they win by 7.
I'm taking the Lions and the points. I think it's a 3-point game, one way or the other.
I like that, but I kind of mentioned it before. I think there's just the possibility that this game kind of gets ugly by the 3rd or 4th quarter. Like I think I think Detroit's gonna fuck something up, and Kansas City's gonna get that touchdown. They're gonna get the pick six. They're gonna get the fumble in enemy territory, and it's gonna make it a 2-possession game, and then I just don't think they'll be able to crawl out of that hole. I think it'll be a 7-point game.
Neil Mountbazer, $9.99 super chat. Go Pack Go.
What's up, buddy?
Go Pack Go. Thank you, Neil Mountbazer.
Do you have that button up there?
Which one?
The Go Pack Go button.
Oh, I'd have to find it. I don't know. He put it in here.
Let's
see. Go Pack Go.
Do. Do. Go Pack
I don't think so.
Go.
Let's see.
All right, it's all right. I did it well enough. I don't think they need to hear it a 3rd time. Oh shit! Yeah!
Oh, we can't play that. We're gonna get copyright.
Oh. That's what they're gonna do to us. We play that song.
Pack Go. I don't see it on here.
Damn.
So I was trying to get a Go Pack Go.
Doop doop.
Wow.
Doo doo.
You think it would be on here? Oh, here it is.
Oh.
There
How
you go.
about it?
For Neil Mountplaisir.
Thank you for the
super chat.
Yeah, thank you, Neil.
Thank you. So I'm going Lions. You know what I think too with the Lions? You know what I think?
What do you think with the Lions?
Hold on. I think the Lions come out. Jared Goff absolutely crushes the Chiefs.
What?
I believe Hutchinson has 2.5 sacks tonight against Patrick Mahomes. Kelsey sits after the first half because his knee's hurting. Lions will probably win like 35-17.
Think the Chiefs are going to implode?
I think that,
I think that's what it would take.
if Kelsey's not 100%, I feel that it's going to change up their whole offense.
I feel like if Travis Kelce is 100%, then they're fucked.
Yeah. I think it's going to get in Patrick Mahomes' head. They're going to be like, oh, fuck.
I do think that defensive line is going to see a noticeable difference without Chris Jones. But
Neil Malpazer, another $9.99. Super chat.
So we talk about Chris Jones. I don't think they're related, but Chandler Jones, the brother of John Jones.
Oh, yeah, he's pissed.
Is he pissed? What the fuck is going on? Because he posted this morning that CRT, not critical race theory, but like critical resource training or whatever, the Raiders sent a representative out to his house, and it was like in lieu of a response to some dramatic mental health behavior. Like I'm not entirely caught up on the story, but have you seen that? Like he's been posting on his Instagram story talking about how he doesn't want to play for the GM and Josh McDaniels. He can't even get into the team facility. He's got to go. He's got to go work out at the fucking Planet Fitness down the street.
That's what I saw too, and that he wants the defense coordinator to be the head coach, and he's the only player that's going to be. And supposedly the team had to reach out to his baby mama, girlfriend. I don't think it's his wife. Maybe it's his wife. I don't know, but that they had to reach out to him because I guess they couldn't get in contact with him.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It seems like a holdout with extra steps, but like if it's getting to the point where they're sending, not therapists, but I don't want to use the wrong term here. It was like an intervention specialist or some shit like that.
Maybe they're telling him like to stop tweeting some crazy shit.
Yeah, stop posting, buddy. Hey, why don't you go ahead and log off from me, pal?
Hold on here. 813? 813?
Yes, sir. How you doing, fellas?
Good, how you doing?
What's up, man?
How you doing, people? I tell you what, I think the Lions are a prime pick for upset tonight. That O-line they got is serious.
Yep.
I say lead on that running game, man. Make that number 12 pick show his worth. They got another back, too. I think it's Montgomery.
Yeah.
If you look at the Lions, they lit it up offensively, and they got even better on that side of the ball, I think. The Chiefs, the reason why I think they're, reeling right now, like you guys said, the Chris Jones theme. So if I'm a team that the O-line is my strength and Chris Jones is out the game, I'm banging. I'm trying to play bully ball. And when the Chiefs have the ball, like Lummy said earlier, I think those tackles are suspect in Kansas City.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm off the edge with those two edge rushers, Houston and Hutchinson. So, I mean, let's go back to, like, Super Bowl 25 in Tampa when the Bills and the Giants played. They had that high-powered offense. What did Tuna do? He's like, hey, we're going to pound the rock with O.J. Anderson. We're going to slow the game down. We're going to keep that offense off the field. And then when on defense, we're going to get after them. And I think the Lions they got the actual pieces to go in there and do it. That's all I got to say. Enjoy the show, bro.
Thanks, man.
I like that. I like that point. That sounds like a fucking Dan Campbell approach to playing football. Like, hey, if you have a weak point in that defensive line, we're going to come punch you in the fucking mouth. All right, we got that kid in the backfield, Jahmyr Gibbs, that a lot of people like to say was a reach, but I'll fucking show you he was a reach. We're gonna give him the ball 30 times a night.
Well, that the crazy thing
let's break this fucker in.
Well, and that Super Bowl he was talking about, Bill Belichick, his defensive plan was to make Thurman Thomas run all over him and shut down Jim Kelly because they said they couldn't stop that, so they wanted them to run, and then our offense did the same exact thing. And
and I think that's
the Lions have bruisers, man. That offensive line is good,
and that's obviously when Jared Goff is going to play his best football as well. Like you still got guys like Amon-Ra St. Brown on the roster, so hopefully he picks up where he left off last year. But if you have a run game that can complement any type of passing game in the NFL, you're going to have a better quarterback because of it. They've got a solid offensive line. They got Penei Sewell. I think Penei Sewell is how you technically pronounce it.
But then you got the two tight ends. Laporta.
Laporta, and then who's
Brock Wright.
Right. Brock Wright is the most tight end name I've ever heard.
It is. Which they traded Hockenson in the season, and then Laporta. They both, I believe, had 4 TDs last year.
Yeah, like having Hockenson on your offense obviously would have been great for Detroit coming into this game. It's just another weapon, but I think getting that contract off of the books for them is going to make it a hell of a lot easier to build that team going forward because it's a lot of young talent. Like Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be your primary back, and he's a rookie. So, you got a lot of unproven things, but if all things go well, I do think they'll be a good team. Someone brought it up in chat. You saw about the Mike Williams thing, former Bucks wide receiver?
Yeah, he's not dead yet.
Yeah, he's not dead. He's on life support. It seemed like...
It was a weird story. The one reporter came out.
I don't remember who broke the news.
There's a reporter in New York who's come out now and apologized. I think it's because, if I read it right, I know he was...
Whoa, Cable Dog 66. $50 motherfucking dollars on the super chat. Go Colts. Thank you for the show. That's a train horn, Lummy.
Hall of Famer, too. Yeah, let me hit that one. Hall of Fame, Cable Dog, thank you so much.
Somebody go turn on my air compressor.
Yeah.
Scare the shit out of the dog.
But turn that air compressor on right now. Timer's not working.
Somebody fucked up the timer.
Mike Williams, the New York, it looked like, I guess his wife or someone in the family, I guess, told the reporter that he was brain dead and that they were going to pull him off the plug in the next couple of days.
And he just kind of jumped the gun.
Yeah, and I guess they were they wanted a family to come see him, something like that. And I guess that he, over the weekend, had like a really big comeback, and I guess he's not brain dead anymore.
Well, that's obviously a huge step in the right direction, but I heard, he was in close to critical condition. He was fucking...
I think he's still in critical condition, but I don't think he's brain dead anymore.
You know what happened to him?
He
got crushed by a steel beam.
Oh. Yeah. Where'd you see that at?
I've seen people saying it on Twitter. So obviously everything you read on the internet is true, but I would like to think people wouldn't make that up for something like that.
Yeah. He was working in Tampa.
He was.
Construction company in Tampa.
He's in a local Tampa hospital right now. He's probably in Tampa General.
No, he's at St. Joseph's.
So over there by $1.
Yep.
Nice.
Son of blah, blah, blah. He was the wide receiver that really helped Buccaneer great Josh Freeman.
Well, it's a shame because that 2012 team, the top two leading receivers on that team were Vincent Jackson and Mike Williams. And both of them potentially dead before they are 40 years old, which is insane.
He's on life support after injury still. Okay, so he's still on life support. This from an hour ago. He's in the ICU at St. Joseph Hospital, across from where he played at $1 Place. You think they gave him a room with a window to look at $1 Place?
They'd Captain Fear show up.
Arg! I'm here to make you feel better.
Fuck.
But yeah, get better. Mike Williams. Cheerleaders show up with balloons and flowers, and Captain Fear pops out of there, wakes him right up. Well, hopefully the Bucs play for him week 1 against Minnesota. That's going to be a tough game right there. Hopefully.
He was a good receiver back in the day. I know he kind of fell off. He had a couple of good seasons in Buffalo, but that rookie year he had almost 1,000 yards and I think 9 touchdowns.
I think he was Rookie of the Year.
He was a finalist. I don't think he ended up winning it.
Oh, well, let me tell you.
Because I remember I was mad about that. I was as a kid, I was so pissed.
Breaking news from Big Red. Big Nasty's coming out of retirement, putting the face paint back on, going to St. Joseph's Hospital to make sure that Mike Williams gets better. Thank you, Big Nasty, for coming out of retirement and, putting that face paint right back on.
What's up, Buckamaniac? We can't have you not out there rooting for the Bucs this year.
Yeah, Jesus.
So me and Captain Fear came together and made you this cake to make you feel better.
I'll get my fat ass up and walk in. He had 964, and then that 2012 year, he had 996 yards.
It's a shame he never broke 1,000.
11 TDs his rookie year, and 9 TDs is.
Yeah, I thought he only had 9, but 11 touchdowns. And some of those catches are pretty fucking insane. I remember there was one in Kansas City where he was in the end zone, basically double covered, and he had to reach around the guy and reel that thing in.
Well,
he had corners on both sides of him. It was pretty crazy.
Josh Freeman just knew where to throw that ball.
He knew it right on the money.
He did. He put it right on the money on the guy's back, so he could, catch it on there. But yeah, get well, Mike Williams. I'm sure your family is listening to this in your hospital room.
Probably watching us on Rumble.
Probably. Hello. Get better. I know you can't see us, but hoping for the best. But talking about the Bucs in Minnesota. Whew. That sucks being a week 1 opener. ESPN predictor has it 67.1 to 32.6. Ouch. 5.5 point spread. Ooh, that's actually not too bad for this type of game.
Yeah,
What, are you on the fence? If I gave you $1,000 right now and I made you put money on, who would you put the?
Give me $1,000 and you made me put money on one of these teams. It'd be the Vikings.
Okay, so that's where I see that
my loyalty lies.
Well, I was going to say loyalty, but that's where your mindset is that the Bucs don't really have a chance against the
Well, it's
the
not
Bucs.
that the Bucs don't have a chance. I just think they'll cover. I think it'll be a 3-point game.
Really, that close?
Yes, I do, because I think the defense is going to be in better shape than a lot of people think they will be. This is I think the 4th season headed into the 4th season. This is the 4th season that this defense will be together. A lot of these guys have been on the team for a long time. Levante David, obviously, Devin White, they played together. Shaq Barrett. You got younger in a lot of places, but it's a healthy rotation, and I think if you can get any type of pressure from your edge rushers, you should be okay. But if they can't get pressure with 4 people, and they cannot stop the run, because they did not do that last year. They did not do either of those things last year. If you can do either one of those things, I think Kirk Cousins could be making a mistake. But I just think on the offensive side of the ball, too much has to go right. Well, on defense, obviously, they got to cover Justin Jefferson. That's much.
Yeah, that's going to be the tough one right there.
Jefferson and Hawkinson are going to be tough in the red zone. Like you're not going to cover Justin Jefferson. You're just going to have to be aware of where he is on the field at all times.
What about their new running back? What's his name?
Perini. It sounds like a pasta, doesn't it?
Yeah, I thought it starts with an A, but I don't know. I clicked on that. Fuck. I picked him up in my fantasy. Alexander Madison.
I don't know. He could be all right. He could be getting a lot of work, but if this Bucs run defense, like they got younger, and they got a lot of the pieces that still made them a good run defense. Like Vita Vea is still there. Again, Shaq Barrett is healthy, coming back after that injury. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka should hopefully play better this year. He put on a little bit of weight. Anthony Nelson fresh off of that contract. You got younger in the middle, so the guys around Vita Vea. You still have Will Golston, but like Greg Gaines is younger-ish. Logan Hall is young. I don't think Kalijah Cansey's going to play. He hasn't practiced at all this week.
You nervous about that offensive line, though?
Yes, that's the biggest thing. Is like on the offensive side of the ball, too much has to go right for the Bucs to.
And that relies. I mean, that goes directly onto the offensive line.
Yes,
because if we can't establish that run game with White, we're fucked.
The inexperience of this offensive line is going to cost us early in the season because it's going to take them. Fuck, man, it's going to take them 5 to 6 games to really like get their feet wet and feel comfortable, get consistent, barring any injuries. Left tackle, you've got Tristan Wirfs, who I think that transition should be fine. I think he's going to be a great left tackle.
You think he figured it out now, or you think he still needs some time to figure it out?
No, he got a lot of reps in training camp. He got some reps in the preseason, not very many, but he talked more and more about it. He's getting used to it, and I think it'll take him a little bit, but I think Tristan Wirfs at left tackle trying to figure it out in the first few weeks of the season is still an upgrade over what we had last year. So Tristan Wirfs at left tackle. Matt Filer at left guard, who is that free agent they signed from Pittsburgh, who wasn't exactly like an all-pro guard. So he's a starter, but he was available for a reason. Center, you have Robert Hainsey because Ryan Jensen is out for the whole year. And right guard, you have Cody Malk, who is a rookie who came on, but is still gonna, be playing some pretty good edge rushers. Like this week, Minnesota's got Danielle Hunter.
Yeah.
He's pretty fucking good. So he's either gonna be beating Luke Gedeke like a drum, or giving Tristan Wirfs a lot of work. So I think realistically for the Bucs, they're just not going to be able to do enough this week. There's too much figuring out that's got to be done. I know it's week 1 for everybody in the NFL, but the Bucs are a young team, and we're going to see that this week, I think.
Looks like Eat More Coleslaw asked, I got Madison or Pacheco.
Go Pacheco.
Oh, you think over Madison?
Yeah, I think so. I think Detroit's run game or run defense, I don't think they were that good last year, were they? I thought their defense was okay, but I thought their run defense wasn't great.
It wasn't great, but yeah, I'd probably go. Well, I don't know, man. I'm really high on the Lions.
Oh,
I mean, I would probably say Madison.
You think so?
Yeah.
Just because of where the Bucs run defense is? You think there's more? You think there's more questions there?
Yeah, and also that if it does go the way some people are saying, Justin Jefferson, has 150, 200 yards, then they're going to probably start running the ball that second half, which is going to give Madison a lot of
carries.
Yeah,
wear down the defense,
and even little dump off passes here and there from Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, little screen pass action.
Yeah, in my opinion, I'd go Madison. I think he has more opportunities to get the ball more. don't you think? Than
I think he has more
Pacheco.
gimme, yeah.
Pacheco's what, the second running back?
I thought he was the first, if I'm not mistaken.
Is he? I thought they're. For some reason, I thought he wasn't the number one in Kansas City. I thought he was number 2, and I know that Kansas City does use a lot of. They use a lot of different, multiple backs.
I know they do running back by committee up there most of the time. But
oh yeah, he is. Oh, for some reason,
McKinnon.
I thought McKinnon was number 1.
That's kind of, I don't want to say that's an underrated running back room, but like I'm a big fan of Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I know he hasn't done a whole lot, but I still think he has upside. Jerick McKinnon, when he plays well, he's okay. He had a good preseason.
Yeah.
And then obviously Pacheco. But yeah, he played well enough to get that one spot. And he played well in the playoffs last year. Like that's what really got my attention.
Yeah, he did.
More than anything. So I think he maybe has a higher ceiling than Madison, but Madison definitely seems like he's going to be getting more short-handed carries if this game goes the way that they want it to. But I think with the Bucs run defense, it's kind of boom or bust. Like I think they're either going to give up 100 yards on the ground this week or 20 or 30. Like I don't think it's going to be,
Yeah.
I think Todd Bowles knows how bad they let their run defense get last year.
And he's going to,
Yeah, because for 3 years in a row, they were top 3.
Yeah, and then it definitely last year just was like.
Yeah, they were fucking letting everybody run on them.
That was the problem too. The team was just burning down the time clock so easily,
trying to survive.
Which William Logan and Chad said that Rashid White's probably going to struggle this year behind that offensive line.
I think he's a good enough player to still have his moments. Like I think when this offensive line gets it together, they're obviously not going to be as good as the offensive line we've had in years past, but it's none of the same players.
Yeah.
You smell that?
Yeah. What do you think that is?
Is that you?
No.
Someone making food?
No. I hope not. We're the only 2 in here unless Macho Man is in here now.
Smells like someone microwaved something. That's what I thought it was. But I think when this offensive line,
Great. Thanks.
What are you, nervous now?
Yeah.
Are you going to check?
No.
Oh, okay.
We'll just check after. You and Scout go out there first.
Scout will scare him off.
Yeah.
I think when this offensive line does find their rhythm, they're going to play well. Like I think Canales. I think this will be a well-coached offense, and I think that's going to help the Bucs. But Canales is a first-year play caller, so again, it seems like I said this a couple weeks ago, but it seems like a lot of things have to go right. But if they do, like I think Rachaad White is going to be good. I think he'll get at least 800 yards rushing.
That's not bad. I mean, week 1, I can see him maybe just getting like 60, 70 yards. Maybe a TD this week.
That's all he needs. Like, I don't want to see him get 25 carries this week. I would kind of rather, see him finish with somewhere around 15 and Baker 2 touchdowns. 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, I think that would be promising. I think that would give confidence.
Yeah, they don't have to go out there and play like Shedeur just did for Colorado. Like, they just need to go out there and prove that.
Not turn the ball over.
Yes, yeah, just prove you can take care of the football. That's
exactly.
That's the biggest thing. Like, we know that Baker can play well when he's on it. We know he can be a game manager. We know that, hopefully Dave Canales can play these guys to the best of their ability.
Yeah.
Like, play calling is going to be huge this year.
Then last year with Byron Leftwich, that was literally plain Jane HB dive up the left.
Yeah, or it's just my best player versus your best player. It's a good option when you have the players, but the Bucs just don't have the players anymore to go out there and run a scheme where it's so reliant on my guy beating your guy.
Yep.
It's just not that type of team anymore.
We are definitely not that type of team, and we don't have that type of quarterback anymore.
Yeah.
Let's run through the week's games real quick and get your picks for this week because you did so good last year. We got you taking Kansas City.
Should we keep
Lions.
track? Hold on. It's week 1.
Yes.
So do you want to keep track this year?
Yes, of course.
We'll tally them up at the end of the year?
Of course.
Awesome. Do you want me to do it?
Yeah, I have nothing down. I have nothing.
All right. I got your notepad right in front of me, your semi-auto glass.
Yeah. Do you have a pen?
I sure do. Pinecrest Printing. Who, by the way, I heard this morning, Pinecrest Printing, who does a lot of the stuff in the studio, they're going to be wrapping RFK's campaign RV.
Really?
Yeah, they have it at their shop this week. They're going to be putting a wrap on it for him.
Nice.
Yeah.
Tell them to get him on the show.
That's what I was saying.
Oh, come on. What the fuck are you doing?
All right. So week 1.
That we're doing with odds too, correct?
Week 1. I figured we could just do win-loss.
All right, we'll do win.
Because I don't want to win a game and then lose.
I gotcha.
The bet. Like that's not fun.
Well, Chiefs and Lions. You got Chiefs. I got Lions. I'm still taking the Lions.
All right.
Straight up.
All right. So
maybe starting 0-1, but still.
I'm just gonna write down the teams that we take that week. And
gotcha.
Tally it up.
Yep.
All right, so
Panthers.
Lummy Lions, Rhett Chiefs. I'm no Lummy note taker over here.
It's okay.
Thank you for your patience.
You'll get better.
Yeah.
Panthers, Falcons. Now, people that do care about the line, it's 3.5. We were picking straight up. So, who do you got, Rhett?
I like the Panthers in that game. Panthers plus 3.5. The Dogs. I like the Panthers as the Dogs. I think they win that game. I think Bryce Young is just going to be in a better spot week 1. New coaching staff. There's a lot of new things going on in Carolina. So I don't know. I think Atlanta, if Desmond Ridder plays well, they could be an underrated team. But if he stinks it up, I don't think they're going to be that good this year.
I got Atlanta at home. I think their offense is going to shine. I think it's going to be a close game, but I think Atlanta takes it at home.
Okay.
Houston Texans versus the Baltimore Ravens.
Clearly, you got to take Houston, right?
Yeah. I mean,
I'm
plus 10.
Give me the Ravens.
In Baltimore, yeah, I'm going to have to go with the Ravens. Straight up win. I think the Ravens have it. I do like that 10-point spread on betting. I would probably take a chance on the Texans. I think their running game. I don't think they're going to be as bad as people think. But I think Lamar Jackson. I think they win by a touchdown. But I take the Ravens too. Arizona Cardinals versus the Commanders.
Well, the Cardinals have NFL legend Josh Dobbs as their starter. So clearly they are a team that cares about winning a lot this year.
Oh yeah, of course.
That was something they wanted to keep under wraps until it was announced yesterday. Give me Washington. I think they're just going to be a better coach team at this point. I think Arizona, it's kind of clear that they might just already be checked out. I don't feel any type of hype from any Arizona fan at all.
They want to go for that number 1 pick.
Yeah.
It's almost out there. So yeah, Commanders straight up. Even Commanders probably with the 7. Bengals and Browns. Now is Super Joe back?
We'll have to find out. I have no idea. If he is, then give me the Bengals. Like, no problem. But this is going to be a week where they sit him out because, that one.
What do you have, Achilles or something strain? I mean, what is health status from 20 hours ago? Let's see right now. I mean, but you got to think. I mean, Sherrod Watson.
Go up to injuries on that tab. That might be more up to date. Maybe they got some shit from today.
Let's see here.
Got nothing at all on Joe Burrow.
No. So you don't think that Sherrod Watson got a good massage over the weekend?
Right. He's feeling good.
Yeah.
He said that he's a brand new man, and I hope for the sake of every woman on the planet he's a brand new man.
Now, it does say Joe Burrow's health trending upward, ready to go.
Yeah, I think Joey B is going to play, and I think he's going to win. So give me the Bengals.
Bengals and 2.5. I'll go with the Bengals, too.
Nice.
San Francisco and the Pittsburgh Steelers, 2.5 points.
Give me San Fran. Is that game
It's in Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh?
Yeah. I'm going to have to go Pittsburgh on this one.
You think so?
Yeah, they had a pretty good draft. I think their quarterback with his little gloves on it. I know the 49ers.
With his tiny hands.
Yeah, 2.5. I'll go Steelers at home. I think 49ers are going to start out a little slow. Maybe lose the first 2 games.
I think they just paid the racist Bosa brother, and he's going to come out and play well. Like, it seemed like 2 days ago I was reading headlines that said there's going to be no hometown discount for Nick Bosa, and clearly there wasn't because he's making it $34 million fucking dollars a year.
No, that's a hometown discount in San Fran. It would have been $50 million.
Holy hell, yeah, with inflation. Mm-hmm. $34 million.
Cost of living is a lot there, kid.
Yeah, that's true. I guess that explains why they had to pay him so much. But I don't know. I think San Francisco might have the better roster. I know a lot of people are high on Pittsburgh. They seem like an underrated pick in the AFC this year, but I think the Niners will win that one. Tough game on the road, but they'll win it.
Real quick, Joseph Clark, does Jacksonville win their division again this year and go further in the playoffs than one win? Yes, I think they win the division and they win 2 games in the playoffs.
Yeah, I definitely think they win it. I think they get 1 playoff win, but I think they lose second round.
Yeah, maybe 2 wins. Never know.
Maybe.
Depends on how Trevor Lawrence plays.
AFC Championship,
obviously.
huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it depends on the record. You know, they could be right there. Tennessee Titans at New Orleans Saints. It's a 3-point spread. The Titans are traveling to New Orleans, which the odd makers are making that pretty much an even game there.
Give me the Saints.
I'm taking the Titans, buddy.
Yeah, fuck the Saints, but I think they're going to win that game.
I think Hopkins comes out. Ryan Tannehill, Hopkins,
I think
150 yards. I think he
that
puts
Saints
up.
defense is just too good. Like, I know that a lot of those guys are getting older, and I know that I give Dennis Allen a lot of slack because he's not a good head coach, but he's a damn good defensive coordinator. And, the Saints still have a lot of pieces that made up that really good competitive core that they've had for the last 5 to 6 years. Like DeMario Davis, even though he's getting older, he's still on the team. Cam Jordan's still on the team. Marshawn Lattimore still on the team. So I think between the defensive experience that they have and they're playing at home in the Superdome week 1, I don't know if Tennessee is going to be able to figure it out.
You don't think Derrick Henry is going to run over 100 yards?
Not over 100. No, he'll probably get over 40.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I know that's a bold prediction for Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
He'll get over 40, but I don't think he gets 100.
Wow. Okay, there you go. So you got the Saints, I got the Titans. Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Indianapolis Colts. It's a 5-point spread. AR-15's out there. Yeah, you're going to have to go Jags, even though it's in Indianapolis. I don't think they got it figured out yet.
They just haven't had an answer for them.
And I think Jacksonville is going to be really good this year.
I think Jacksonville's going to own.
I think Calvin Ridley coming in to help Trevor Lawrence is going to be big for him. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Minnesota Vikings.
Give me the Vikings. You taking the Bucs?
6 point. Yeah, I can never bet against the Bucs. You should learn that every time. I'm never going to go against the Bucs.
You're right. I used to be that kind of guy.
I'll take an L with all my awesome picks.
I try to.
In the back of my head, I remember what you did last year, so I'm going to go with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
What I do? Pick against them every week? Then?
No, you just lost most all the games.
Yeah.
So I can take an L and still be in first place, probably. The L.A. Rams with the Matt Stafford, who's like 90 years old to all his players and doesn't relate to them, versus Seattle Seahawks. It's in Seattle. It's a 5.5-point spread. Who are you taking them straight up?
Straight up, I like the Seahawks.
Yeah, Seahawks too.
Division game.
In Seattle,
week 1, Geno Smith. He's not going to light the world on fire, but I think they're feeling pretty good. And I think the team chemistry is in a much better place in Seattle.
Yeah, I think they have a better core around them.
Yeah.
Better linemen, better wide receivers, I think their running backs are better than what the Rams have right now.
Yeah.
Philadelphia Eagles versus the New England Patriots.
Eagles.
4-point game in New England.
Yeah, give me the Eagles.
I mean, you got Bill Belichick's defense. I think the Eagles win this game. I think the Eagles are absolute studs this year. I think that over and under 45 would be interesting because I feel like the Patriots could shut them down, and New England does not have an offense.
You think it'll be under?
Yeah, I think it's going to be under, and I think they're Stevenson? What's his name? Rashid Stevenson, the running back for Patriots? Rashad?
Ezekiel Elliott, you mean?
No way. Then I'm taking the Eagles all day long, but I think he does pretty well, but I think it's still an under game. The Eagles' defense is pretty good, but the Patriots' defense always steps up, it seems. I'm taking Eagles. You got Eagles.
Yep.
Miami Dolphins versus the Chargers in L.A. Man, that sucks for Miami. They got to travel to L.A. first week, go West Coast. That is a 3-point game, so the odds makers are saying that it's pretty much even.
Give me the Chargers.
I'm going Dolphins. I hate Tua. Tua sucks nuts. I feel like the rest of their team is good. I think the Dolphins' defense will shut down Herbert. I'm going Dolphins.
All right.
Fucking Tua.
Raiders. Another year, buddy.
Yeah, I know. Another fucking year of Tua. Well, it depends on his head. I mean, a fucking fly could hit it, and he'd probably be concussed. Raiders versus the Broncos, 3.5 in Denver. Raiders having problems, it seems like.
Yeah.
The Denver and Russell Wilson, but they do have Sean Payton. Does Denver figure it out?
I think they figure it out enough to beat the Raiders.
So Denver starts 1-0. I'll go Denver too. Packers, Bears.
Give me the Pack. Give me the Pack.
Wow, only a 1-point spread in Chicago.
That's probably the lowest it's been in a long, long time.
Yeah.
In Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me the Pack. I know that.
You're a believer in Jordan Love?
Yeah, I think. I don't know. I don't know. I'm actually, hold on. Who do you think? Who do you have? Because I'm kind of back and forth on
I'm going with the Bears.
Yeah?
I think only the Bears just because they,
it feels like it's time, right?
Yeah, just they're just going to win this one game. And I think the Packers with Jordan Love, they're going to try to figure it out. And they probably will win when, they'll probably split the series and probably, go on a 5-game run.
Give me the Bears.
Bears and Bears. The Bears.
The Bears.
Cowboys, Giants. 3.5 in New York.
Give me the Giants.
I'm going Cowboys.
Give me the Giants.
Dak Prescott. He's going to throw for 350 yards, look like a MVP candidate the first week, and then shit the bed the rest of the time.
Let me pick in the boys.
The boys. Bills and Jets. 2.5. Playing in New York. Aaron Rodgers' first game, Monday Night Football.
Give me the Bills.
Wow. And the Jets are underdogs at home, so they got the Bills +5. I'm going to go Jets.
Wow. Big Aaron Rodgers fan,
Aaron Rodgers got a chip on his shoulder. This is where he steps up. He doesn't take shit from nobody.
Apparently not.
What's your lock of the week, Rhett?
My lock of the week. Ravens over Houston.
Wow. Really go out on the ledge there, Rhett.
Yeah, you know.
Really want that lock of the week. You want the lock of the week badge?
Broncos over Raiders. I'll go that one. Broncos over Vegas.
Once again, another lock of the week.
Oh, fuck off. That's a division game. What do you want from me? I gave you 2 locks.
That's true. 2 locks from Rhett. If you are smart, you'll definitely put your
against. Yeah, you'll bet the opposite.
No, I don't know. I mean, you picked those Houston and whew. I think my lock of the week is going to be Jacksonville.
Okay. Jacksonville over Indy.
And my underdog
division game.
And my underdog lock of the week is going to be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Minnesota.
Wow.
Currently at 6 points.
Wow.
That's right. I know.
Is there one game we didn't pick?
No, it's everyone.
Oh, it is? Okay.
I went down all the way till 9-11, which is that Monday night game.
Oh, that's week 2. Okay. I saw that Thursday game.
Yeah.
And I was like, we didn't pick that, but that's
no. I double checked it too on the date. I was like, man, there's a lot of fucking games. And then I'm like, oh, wait,
all right, cool. So we got week 1 picks right in front of me, Lummy and Rhett. I have the Chiefs, the Chargers, the Panthers, the Broncos, the Ravens, the Bears, Commanders, Giants, Bengals, Bills, Niners, Saints, Jags, Vikings, Seahawks, and Eagles. Lummy is picking the Lions, the Dolphins, the Falcons, the Broncos, the Ravens, the Bears, the Commanders, the Cowboys, the Bengals, the Jets, Steelers, Titans, Jags, Bucks, Seahawks, and Eagles. You also said your underdog lock of the week is Tampa Bay over Minnesota.
That's right.
Big upset on the road week 1.
That is right. 6 points right there. Don't forget, 27 minutes from now, 12 o'clock premiere, the Past Packers podcast. Triple P.
It's a good one.
Bubba the Love Sponge, Tony Mandarich, and Sterling Sharp, the man who does not give interviews but gave interviews to Tony Mandarich and Bubba the Love Sponge.
Yeah, I don't think we've had a lot of guests come on the show and kind of throw Bubba for a loop. But if you want to see Bubba pull off some broadcasting excellence and really kind of reel things in and make an interview out of something that me and Lummy certainly didn't think was going to happen.
No, definitely did not.
Yeah, it's a good watch. Go check it out.
And don't forget, the new Shedeur Sanders. The one that Rhett made with all the Colorado plans and Tom Brady helping Shedeur out. It's a really good, it's at a minute and like 20, I think, a minute 30.
Almost 2 minutes. Yeah, go check it out.
Check it out. It's on our YouTube too. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We will be back Monday morning, 6 a.m., the Bubba the Love Sponge Show here on Rumble and on YouTube.
Bright and early.
We have a best of tomorrow, but we will be back. And for all your Bubba Army merch, go to Bubba Army shop, Bubba Army store, BubbaArmyMerch.com. Check it out. Has a lot of good stuff on it for all your Bubba Army that are in need for the Christmas time. Rhett, thank you so much. Tell Scout, thank you so much.
Thank you, Lummy.
And you know what? We'll see you all later. See you guys. Thank you, Cable Dog. No apples here.